Day 65 of the Rhythm Reset. Quote from my journal. Today, I hated fasting. Mood, 5 out of 10. Energy, 5 to 6. Mental clarity, 6. Just melancholy all day. Every step felt heavy. Also the day I hit my lightest weight, 13 stone 1. Lightest point of the entire 70 days. Best physical result, worst mental day. Here's why I'm showing you this. Day 64, evening. I'm running an extended fast. Started at 30 and a half hours. Planning to push through to 44 hours. It's the last week of the challenge. I want to finish strong. Between hours 24 and 28, I'm arguing with myself. You should break it. You're tired. Have a soup. No, keep going. You've done this before, but you feel rough. Push through. Took my biomarkers at 24 hours. Ketones 0.6, GKI 6.7, mild ketosis, nothing dramatic. I decided to push through. Pride. Basically, last week, want to finish strong. 44 hours. Done. I went to bed. I woke up on day 65. 4 hours sleep. Quality, at best, 5 out of 10. And I felt broken. I got up. I did my morning weigh-in. 13.1. Lightest weight of the entire 70 days. I should have felt great. Victory lap. Proof of the system working. Felt nothing. No excitement. No energy. No sense of achievement. Just flat. Mood, 5. Energy, maybe a 6. Mental clarity, 6. Here's what I wrote. Mood at best a 5. Just melancholy all day. Energy a 6. Did 8,000 steps, but I felt every one today. Mental clarity, held it together, but I'm so glad I worked for myself and had the option to not be client facing. Rating for the day, a begrudging 5. Today, I hated fasting. Everything felt like wading through treacle. Brain fog, not sharp fog, just dull. Holding a conversation felt like hard work. Forced myself to do the 8,000 steps, and I felt every single one. I worked from home. Glad I didn't have clients to see. Couldn't have fronted them. Extended fast plus sleep debt. It was a guaranteed crash. I knew this from earlier days, but I pushed through anyway because it was the last week, because I wanted to finish strong, because I thought I could power through. Pride. Lesson learned. You can't outwill biochemistry. After day 65, I wanted to understand something. Why did one brutal day not derail 70 days of work? And I found James Clear's research, Atomic Habits, and he's got this principle. Never miss twice. Here's how Clear explains it. You walk into work in January, icy pavement, you slip. 2 choices. Choice 1, get up, push yourself off, keep walking. You're 5 seconds behind schedule. Choice 2, sit down on the ice and wait for spring. And most people choose option 2. I've ruined it. I had a pizza. Friday night. Weeks were destroyed. May as well order delivery all weekend to start fresh on Monday. 1 slip equals 5 seconds lost. Sitting on the ice for 3 days equals hypothermia. Clear's principle. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit. 1 slip up is life. 2 is a conscious choice. Day 65 was brutal. I hated fasting. Mood 5, energy 6, melancholy all day. That was 1 slip, not a slip in behaviour, a slip in how I felt. The question was, what do I do on day 66? Path 1, fasting's too hard, I'm done, I quit, sitting on the ice. Path 2, that was rough, I'll prioritise sleep tonight and get back on tomorrow. Get up, keep walking. I chose path 2. And Clear's research proves that's the difference. 1 hard day doesn't break the pattern. Quitting because of 1 hard day does. Day 66, went to bed early, 8 hours sleep, quality, 8 out of 10 next morning. Woke up feeling human again. Mood was a 7 to 8, energy 7 to 8. Mental clarity was pretty much back to normal. 1 good night's sleep, everything reset. I didn't quit. I didn't think fasting doesn't work. I didn't abandon the pattern. I just recovered. By the evening of day 66, I actually got a letter from my GP. Blood test results. All my markers from a blood test a month earlier. Normal range, optimum health, 20 months medication free. Day 65 was the worst day. Day 66 reminded me why I was doing this. And both days matters. Most people won't show you day 65. They'll just show you the wins, the lightest weight, the energy highs, the fasting feels effortless days. And there has been a few of them. But that's the highlight reel. And it's misleading because it makes you think everyone else finds this easy. I'm the only one struggling. Rubbish. I'm 10 weeks into a structured fasting reset. I've lost over 4.5 stone over the last 22 months. I've been fasting regular for those 22 months. I'm adapted. And I still had a day where I hated it. The truth, fasting isn't always easy. Even when you're fat adapted, even when you know what you're doing, even when the system usually works, some days are brutal. 3 reasons this matters. Reason 1, you're not broken. If you've had a hard day, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean you're not adapted. It doesn't mean you should quit. It just means you're human. Reason 2, context matters. Day 65 was hard because I'd just done 4 hours of fasting. I'd only had 4 hours sleep. The pressure of wanting to finish strong on the 70-day challenge. The 3 stressors stacked up. If I'd removed one, probably been fine. But stack all 3, I crashed. I had a bad day. It's not about fasting being hard or easy. It's about context. Good sleep, short fast, pretty easy. Sleep debt, extended fast is brutal. Reason 3, honesty builds trust. If I only showed you the good days, you'd think, this worked for Neil because he's got more discipline. This worked for Neil because he didn't struggle. This worked for Neil because he's different. None of that's true. I struggle. I have brutal days. And I hate fasting sometimes. And I still get results. Because the pattern matters. Not one hard day. Day 65, I hated fasting. Mood was a 5, energy was 6, mental clarity was a 6, and I was melancholy all day. But it was also the day I hit my lightest weight. Best physical result, worst mental day. That's the lesson. Truth 1, fasting isn't always easy. Even when adapted, even when it usually works, some days are brutal. Truth 2, one hard day doesn't break the pattern. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit. Day 65 didn't undo 70 days of work. It was part of the process. Truth 3, honesty matters more than highlight reels. You need to see the hard days, not to scare you, to prepare you. So when you have your day 65, you don't think you've failed. You just think, this is hard. Neil said it would be sometimes. I'll recover. And you do, and you will. Here's what you do. There's 4 steps when you hit your day 65. Step 1, recognise it's temporary. It feels brutal today. Tomorrow will be better, especially if you prioritise sleep tonight. Day 65 for me was brutal. Day 66, I was human again. 1 good night's sleep. Step 2, don't stack stressors. If you slept poorly, don't do an extended fast. If you're stressed, don't push through a hard fast. If you're having a brutal day, break the fast early. Stubborn. Don't be like me. I'll power through no matter what. Be intelligent. My body's telling me something, I'll adjust. One of them leads to burnout. One of them is sustainable. Step 3, track it. Write it down. Today was brutal. Mood 5, energy 6, slept for 4 hours. Extended fast was too much. It's data. Next time you're tempted to do an extended fast on 4 hours sleep, you've got evidence that it doesn't work. And step 4, get back on. Never miss twice. Day 65 brutal, day 66 back on. 1 slip equals 5 seconds lost. Get up, brush yourself off, keep walking. Don't sit on the ice and wait for spring. 1 bad day in life, but 2 is a choice. Today I hated fasting. I'm showing you that because you need to know. It's not always easy, even at day 65, even when you're adapted, even when the system usually works. Some days are hard. And I still lost a stone over 70 days because I didn't quit on day 65. I recovered, I adjusted, I kept going. Never missed twice. The hard days don't mean you're failing, they just mean you're human. Quick reminder, this is what happened to me on day 65. Your experience might be different. It's educational content, not medical advice. Please do speak to your GP before changing your fasting pattern. Your body, and it's your journey, and it's your decision. Next up, 3.5 inches off from waist in 70 days. Weight tells one story, waist measurements tell another. And mine told a better one. I'll see you there.